Well, I don't know if it's going to work yet. I don't think it worked. Oh, here we go. Boom, it worked.
All right.
Okay, so we're a little late on this.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we are live. What's up, everyone? We're back for the second time today. We just got done with the U.S. Open Finals. Matt drove like a speedy bandit out of the South Point over here. And we're ready to talk about the finals. So, Matt, I got all the finals results up here. Let's go, 57 kg. I think this was second to last match. Probably the one that we were looking forward to, second most. Second most.
Yeah.
Fix looks good. Fix looks really good. It wasn't without drama. We were kind of watching this one as we were driving over here. The push out that they called the takedown, 3 points, 100% did not hit.
Right.
Dayton says challenge it. Now you said as a coach, Matt, you would have let him challenge it.
No. I said, what would you have done? Like, I was trying to think on both sides of the coin. Like,
yeah.
if the athlete is so convinced that, like, Fix was convinced.
He was convinced. Well, he knew he didn't go down.
He's like, I didn't go down.
But
then if as from a coach, you're like, why give this up? Good likelihood they're not going to overturn it. We'll give up a point. And so do you want to run the risk of messing the guy up mentally? Which I don't think. These guys are so strong mentally. It's not like if a coach is like, no.
And you got to have that relationship where you can say no.
Right.
Because if I challenge and you lose, which a lot of these refs, they don't like overturning their own calls.
No.
They're getting a point, and then it's a tie match. It's a different match. It's 4-3. You're winning. Why give up that extra point?
Right.
I mean,
because
unnecessary.
The review I thought clearly showed Fix did not go down. But a lot of these refs, just like in folk style, they call the situation, and it looked like his hip was down.
But they had
right?
But the problem was, they had a great angle on the video. We could kind of see where they're reviewing. They had a great angle on it. 100% absolutely, he did not go down. Dayton knew it, but Dayton also has to be saying, okay, I know what the truth is, but what are the refs going to say the truth is?
Right.
So I don't think it's worth it to tie the match up, but nevertheless, so it gets tied up because he loses the challenge, and he goes back in there, gets a duck, body lock, takedown, and then obviously scored kind of a last-second takedown or 2 points because Gilman was desperate, if you will. Great match by Dayton Fix. He's sitting out till Final X now.
Yeah, this was I think everybody was talking about Yanni and Zane. Obviously, that was the feature match of the night. But this was the one match that was a Final X rematch from a year ago.
Yes.
Of all the 10 finals, this is the one. And, lived up to its billing, number one. Number two, it also showed Dayton's Fix growth and progression. Because I don't think Gilman has stagnated. I actually think Gilman
got better. We talked about that this morning. We talked about this morning.
So Gilman Fix beat a better version of the Gilman that we saw a year ago.
Well, Fix is still young. Fix is going to get a lot better. You know what? I actually got to sit next to John Smith for a minute this morning, just watching juniors, and we started talking about Dayton, and I thought it was, I don't want to say, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot the philosophy's horn. He said that, so Dayton's dad, Derek, and John Smith were roommates in college, and he said Derek didn't let Dayton compete until around the 5th grade. And then Dayton took a lot of losses, and John was saying, hey, I think that contributes to Dayton being okay with going everywhere. Because he's not afraid to take a loss here and there. He realizes it happens. He wasn't always the best. And, I thought that was very interesting. Hearing that from John Smith, a guy who he didn't really take a lot of losses anywhere in his career.
Yeah.
So
it's a testament to Dayton. So it sets up now. We'll see in a couple weeks who he's gonna face down against in the Final X. So great match.
Okay, so after this, I think it's these two in Final X again, because you got Zane Richards coming all the way back for 3rd place, which I think is his best finish ever. He beats Vitali. So I don't think we're gonna add anyone else in here. I don't think we're gonna see Spencer Lee come out. Maybe.
Who knows? It'll be interesting for me to see, number one, I know there was frustration earlier in the day that we were talking that all these guys were forfeiting out.
A lot of them. I mean, Tomasello did.
The majority of the guys did. Just that the guys that lost in the semis defaulted out to the tournament.
Because once you get to the top 7, you're qualified.
Yeah. So for those of you listening, qualifying procedure for the World Trials, if you're top 7 at the U.S. Nationals here, you're automatically so. Do we like to see guys finish? Yeah, preferably we would. But there's there is a short turnaround between here and World Team Trials.
Yeah.
And from here to World Team Trials to Final X. So I think these guys, especially, I look at like a guy like Tomasello, who's been injured all year. Yeah. This is his first match back. He doesn't make it to the final. So I can see from a training perspective and where his body's at.
And making weight again.
And making weight, yeah.
That'd be a hard one. Okay, so we're going to go Final X, Gilman 1. I'm sorry, Trials. Gilman 1, Richards 2, Raja 3, Cruz 4, Tomasello 5. Obviously, unless Spencer pops in, I don't really see any of these guys challenging Gilman. I think we'll see Gilman fix Final X again.
Yeah, I mean, Gilman was pretty dominant throughout the tournament. That, yep. So I mean, I find it highly unlikely that it's going to change in the next 2.5, 3 weeks, right?
So, okay, 61. Cody Brewer, Nico Megaludis. Nico had a great tournament. He started out on fire.
Dominated the first period.
Yes.
I thought totally was controlling the match, but Brewer.
Brewer's dangerous.
He's one of our gunslingers, right? Yes, if we had to put the guys on our list that we call gunslingers, Cody Brewer is definitely a gunslinger.
I was just thinking about this, and as we look through the finals, I don't know what it is. I mean, you go through all of them. There's not any 1-0, 2-0 type matches, and I feel like there, say 5 years ago, there used to be a whole lot more of those. I don't know what has changed. Has something changed? Is there something that's been flipped?
Why guys are scoring more points?
I mean, it feels like there's no matches. Let's see, the lowest scoring winner was
even at
6,
even at
5.
They're scoring points. I mean, I think that's more the philosophy that
the lowest scoring winner is 5.
Yeah, I think that's philosophy that we're seeing established more and more at the collegiate level. Like to win a team title, you got to be scoring bonus points.
That's awesome.
Penn State's established that. I think that's trickled down to the high school's mentality, and I think a lot of club coaches are adopting that mentality. Come out, score points, keep scoring points, and I think it's exciting and
cool.
It's great for the sport, and I think it's getting to the point where I used to think hands down freestyle was more exciting than folk style, but now I think it's the way the guys are scoring in folk style too. Yeah. I think it's very exciting.
In folk style season, people complain about certain things, ride time or whatever. Yeah. Freestyle, today and yesterday, waiting for the referees to review every call, and it didn't really happen in the finals, thank God. But some of these semis and other stuff, it was unbearable. I remember one time the junior quarterfinals were on 4 mats, and 3 of the 4 mats were just stopped waiting for review. It was almost unbearable, man. It was like, holy shit,
so
someone made a call.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What if they instituted a rule where the referee could deny you your appeal? You have to.
That'd be kind of rude.
It would be, but the coach has to supply good supporting evidence.
But Matt, I only had one challenge this weekend, and the guy didn't even let me say anything. I'm like, hey, can I tell you what I'm challenging here? Because it's not. I'm okay with you giving him a takedown call, but after that we exposed him, and they're like, we don't want to hear it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to say it anyways, just so you're thinking what I'm thinking.
I told you, I think they teach a course in this. I told you about the guy in the plane, right?
Yeah. they don't even want to hear you. And it's like, maybe, listen, we're, especially this tournament, we're pretty high level wrestlers. Maybe we saw something that you weren't necessarily looking at. Just give us 10 seconds to say something,
Yeah, and I really respect these guys. They work really, really hard. But for them to give no credibility to the coach is like, how dare you question my judgment?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, tonight in the finals, it was
great.
Yeah, it was really, really.
There was
good.
one challenge. It was James Green. It was cut and dry.
Yeah.
And they were done in 10 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Right? There was no other ones?
No, not that I can remember.
Shocker of the tournament, Matt. Joey Palmer. We brought him. He came back and beat Tyler Graff again and beat Tony Ramos.
Yeah, again.
Where the hell did he come from?
I was going to call him Jesse Palmer. Wasn't that like a quarterback or something for somebody in
Carson Palmer?
Yeah.
Jesse, I don't know Jesse Palmer.
But yeah, I was like,
where did he come? Matt, where is he training at?
I have no idea.
He doesn't have a club. He says unattached.
I was looking at stuff up, and I really couldn't find anything about.
When was the last time he wrestled? I haven't seen him wrestle anywhere. Someone do your research. Listen, you guys are actually doing comments here. Someone do some damn research on Joey Palmer and tell us where he's been training at.
Because we want to know. I want to know. This guy was.
He just beat Tyler Graff and Tony Ramos. He beat Tyler Graff twice and Tony Ramos. What the heck? Very impressive.
But yeah, I mean, good match. This is probably the one weight where we feel the two guys that are already through to the next stage.
So Colon is sitting on Final X,
right? And
Nishan's sitting on other trials,
right? Yeah. So I think people, when we're looking at the World Team Trials coming up and Final X, clearly I think the two guys that have separated themselves.
Nishan Garrett doesn't get to sit out to the finals. He's got to wrestle in the trials.
He's got to wrestle in the trials.
Okay, so he'll probably be number 1. Brewer be number 2.
Yeah, you would think. You would think. I don't think anybody else can jump in there. Suriano, maybe.
I don't think he's.
I don't think he's going to, but he could. But that's pretty much the only other one.
It'll be interesting to see how he does against Cologne at Final X. I think it could be. I think it could go one. I mean, I think it could go. Cologne gets on top one time and gut. Yeah. I think that could happen. And I also think Suriano could frustrate because Cologne does not have dynamic offense.
No.
And Suriano is disciplined with his position. I think he could really frustrate Joe Cologne. So I could see him going like
be an exciting
way
match.
Different ways.
Yeah, I mean, just previewing all those coming up is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely.
So, all right. So
65, most anticipated match.
The match.
Yanni looked great. He scored once offensively, twice defensively. Zane only really scored in one sequence. He got the takedown, and he finished splitting the legs, and then he's able to turn them. So.
And on the way over here, we were talking how so many people talk about how dynamic Yanni's defense is, but to get into the finals, his offense.
His offense is awesome.
His offense, he was getting after it, but this is more the Yanni we've become accustomed to, right?
Well, you know what? He was shooting a decent amount.
Yeah, he was.
So, I mean, he was kind of firing off attacks. He's sitting out to Final X now. For me, that's a huge leg up.
This is just...
Because now Zane's got to go make weight.
These are
trials. He's got to make weight again at Final X. I don't think it's super easy for him.
No, and then look who he's got to go through. Look who he's got to go through now.
I mean, because is McKenna going to go? McKenna's not qualified. So there is a final trials qualifier next weekend.
So I would think, Joey's going to jump in there.
Yep.
We got Molinaro.
I mean, that final. I'm going to go to this. That final trials qualifier bracket, look at all these guys who didn't place top 7, Matt.
I mean, the weight seeded 14.
16.
I mean, the 14.
Dom Demas didn't place. Dom Demas might show up.
I mean, we had Dean Heil, who's a 2-time
Dean Heil might show up.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a loaded. I mean, that weight class in and of itself
Evan
could be
Henderson.
Almost as loaded as this U.S. Open weight class.
The final qualifier.
Because there's only
one more spot.
Yeah, one spot. Yeah. So I mean,
crazy. Next weight class, I think I said Joey Palmer might have been
anything more. I mean, there was like I guess next weight class. I guess we can say this is a coming out, but this is one of the young guys making their stamp with Yanni doing that. And
I didn't see this one coming from Matt. You would have had to give me like insane odds for if you said Deacon Green. What odds do I have to give you to where you're betting on Deacon? It's super insanely high.
No, I mean,
insane.
If we, I mean, any situation, we could have had 100 different conversations, and if we said the young guns are going to make a splash, there's going to be a changing of the guard here at 70 kilos.
No,
100 out of 100 conversations would have been Nolf.
Yeah.
Right? And then it probably would have been maybe Pantaleo. No, Deacon and Pantaleo.
But Hindley too. I mean, Hindley, he didn't show up today.
But yeah, and then, Ryan Deacon, we were big believers all year. Didn't finish up strong, but I didn't really see this one coming. And I know
I didn't see it coming
he's a
at
world
all.
medalist, and he's been on a couple world teams, so he does have a good background.
But Matt,
I just didn't see
he had a terrible NCAA tournament. He took 6th place. He took 3 losses. Matt, that was a month ago.
Yeah, and
that wasn't like ages ago.
And we were talking about this after James Green first score of the match, and I know he got another takedown in a lace, and I think that was more of a tactical mistake on Deacon's part. I really thought he controlled the match after the first takedown.
No, he did good. I mean, he got a multiple leg attacks, multiple finishes.
I mean, that was so impressive. Like, the temptation is so great just to take the 1-point push out.
Yeah.
It takes a high level of discipline and a high level of exertion.
Yes.
To finish, because Green was fighting that like a. I mean, he was fighting that.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Really, really hard.
Multiple times, and so now Deacon has to go. He gets the bye to Final X.
I mean,
now we got Green, Nolf, Pantaleo, Hidley. Can he show up because he won the Open last year? I don't think so. He maybe last chance qualifier.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's taking it off.
I mean, there you go.
Sorensen, Kluchitsky. I mean, this is going to be a really tough trials bracket, and so Deacon's, man, he's sitting pretty right now.
He's got to be feeling really, really good.
Really
and all of a
good.
sudden, there's extra pressure and what we were talking about. One of the luxuries sitting to Final X. You have that mental burden lifted off of your mind for a month. All of a sudden, these guys are thinking, holy crap, in 3 weeks from now, I got to show up to
3 weeks.
World team trials. I got to beat these guys. I have to win.
Yes.
I have to win. And then you're facing that same pressure for another month leading up to Final X.
And really, they can't take any time off right now. If they little dings, they can't take any time off. And they can't just prep for one person. They can't say, I'm wrestling this guy, I need to prep for him. Whereas, Deacon can't really prep for one person, but he's got a pretty good idea. Yeah, it's probably going to be Green or Nolf, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Green or Nolf, they got to get ready to wrestle Pentelio. They got to get ready to wrestle Sorensen. They got to get ready for Kluchitsky. They got to get ready for all these guys.
And, Green being a 2-time world medalist, right? You got to be thinking he's pretty confident. But not only does he have to face Jason Nolf, who had to score at the end, he's got to figure out how to stop Deacon's leg attacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he didn't have an answer for that. I mean, he was
weird.
fighting hard, but he did not have an answer to that leg
bizarre.
attack.
I mean, Deacon just sucked that thing in. Yeah, I wish I was closer to the situation because I can't imagine what must have changed to Ryan Deacon, who takes 3 losses at NCAAs, to Ryan Deacon, who comes in and he dominated Jason Chamberlain. Who the heck did he beat in the semis? Someone bad. Pentelio. And then he beats James Green in the finals. That's a different guy. That's not the same guy that just took 3 losses at NCAAs. That's bizarre.
And maybe.
But he's mad. He's not a freestyler. It's not like he's got this great gut wrench or leg lace. It's not like he's got these dumps.
He's just good everywhere. I mean, he's just solid.
So why is it different? It pisses me off. I'm mad. I like things to make sense.
There could be something there's a grind to the college season. There's a grind making that 1 hour weigh-in repeatedly. There's a grind going to Northwestern. And the academic grind that you've got to face too.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of these things, and maybe he got to just take a couple deep breaths in the last month. I'm feeling good. He's not really going to get out of shape. That's the thing. I was talking to a couple of these senior level guys. They're like, man, I forgot. The one advantage being a month after NCAAs is these guys don't really get out of shape, and they're battle tested,
and they're down to weight,
so
usually.
they can go back to back to back to back and recover. And so. I don't think Deacon probably had to train that much to maintain. He probably could have taken 2 weeks off after NCAAs, gotten in the room for a couple weeks, said, I'm good to go, feeling good, feeling great.
Boom, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There, that was Deacon's recipe to making it.
Wow, you know what's interesting? I wanted to look at these trials. The junior trials, they got to make, and the Greco trials, they have to make weight both days, Saturday and Sunday. The senior trials only have to make weight on, Friday, Saturday. Senior trials only have to make weight on Saturday. No, I lied. They have to make Saturday and Sunday.
That would have to be some violation of UWW rules or something.
I'm incorrect. My bad. Okay, so they do have to make weight twice.
Yeah, so.
Scratch at the trials.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough.
That's
super tough. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Isaiah.
Tommy Gant wrestled a really good match. I told you, man, at the end, if that was in the center of the mat, it might have been a touch fall. Tommy Gant put him down hard.
I was almost jumping ahead because I was texting.
It was
guys
almost
back
over.
To the
Yeah.
office, hey, Isaiah dominated again. Just rolled through because he dominated. He had teched everybody coming into the finals here. I thought he was going to secure it. He was up 6-0. I thought he was going to finish it off.
Well, I'm going to show you this. Okay, I want to see this again. They didn't put it up on the big board. I'm trying to watch this again. Watch this. Tommy Gant double unders him. Where is it? Come on, 4.
Oh, and
boom! That
and Isaiah just got it stuck in no man's lane. He couldn't belly out. He couldn't even belly out there.
No, that could have been a touch fall if it was in the middle of the mat and there was time left.
But Isaiah Martinez with his second U.S. national title in a row.
So he's going to be sitting out the trials till the second day.
To the second day. Right. So just to clarify, if a world medalist is at your weight, the world medalist is an automatic Final X qualifier.
If there's no world medalist,
right?
The U.S. Open champ,
right? It's the U.S. Open champ. But in Isaiah's situation, although he won, we've got Jordan Burroughs, who was a bronze medalist a year ago. he does get to sit the first day of World Trials.
So the final, so these other guys have to wrestle to get to him, which is not. That's not the case. We're talking about at 70 kilograms, right? Because there's no world medalist. Yeah. That's not the case at 65. So some of the other weights, that's just not the case. Where all these guys got to wrestle it out. Okay, 79. This was a bloodbath.
He's
fast, easy. Darren just put it on him.
I mean, that's
headlock, guts,
which is insane. Like even a year removed from Derringer and Valencia, I still can't believe Valencia ran through Derringer, because I think Derringer, hands down, top 4 or 5 guy in the world. The way,
yeah.
Like,
well, they're gonna.
So
I mean,
good.
Zahid's wrestling at the trials.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean,
Dake's obviously sitting out the final X.
Yeah, Dake's sitting.
Derringer's now sitting to the finals of the trials.
Right. But the one thing, like, I don't think this is a guy that gets a ton of love, but I think Alex Derringer is like absolutely one of the.
Well, it's hard for him to get love because he's behind Dake or Burroughs. Yeah. And now next year, I've heard he's going up because I heard he can't make 74 anymore.
I mean, he's huge.
He looks big, right?
I mean, he looks really big. But hey, props to your guy, Nick Becker.
Third place, teched his way through the backside. I was happy with it.
Good.
So Zahid probably gets punched in here.
Yeah.
So Zahid's probably the one.
Now
the number one.
Does Mark Hall jump in here?
We haven't seen him for 2 years.
And he didn't qualify, right? Because he's not an NCAA champ.
Would past junior world medalist?
I don't know if
he didn't junior world medalist last year. It was multiple years ago.
It's just the previous year. I don't think you're exempt, like a lifetime exemption.
Maybe he's going to show up in East Stroudsburg next weekend.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club's going to bring everybody.
Yeah.
That would be. I mean, no one knows. And that's like one thing I complain about Kale. Like, I wish he would tell us more. Like, where the hell's Mark Hall been? Nobody knows. Where's Vincenzo Joseph been?
Yeah,
I don't freaking know.
That's just because you want to know. Like, we talk about this all. Like, we don't deserve anything.
Well, why not, Matt? Other mainstream sports, right? If we want to be mainstream, and wrestling is getting more and more popular because of the coverage we're getting, right? Because it shows, because flow.
Okay, I don't want to have this.
No, I want to have this argument.
Yeah, no. My thing is, like, he's consistent with that, though. You may not like it, and you don't disagree, but bottom line is we're not owed anything.
But they do. But no. In the NFL or NBA, they are required. They're mandated to give those.
Yeah, they're also making.
They're much more popular.
Yeah, $10 million.
I'm sure. I bet college football is too. I don't know that for a fact. I bet.
Yeah, but the college football coach is making $5 million too. Like,
Dabo Sweeney's making $9 million.
Yeah,
ridiculous. All right, I'm looking
up. For him, though.
I'm looking up Pennsylvania to see who's registered for the last chance qualifier next weekend.
It should be interesting.
Oh, is it not on? It's not on Trek. It must be on Flow then. They have the Northeast Regional, but not. Okay, so wrestler list. Let's see. We got the freestyle 8 and unders division. No, the last chance men are not on there.
No, I'm sure they'll.
Okay, so maybe it's on arena, full arena.
Yeah.
Okay, next week class. Talked about upsets. I would say this one, Downey. No one picks him to win. Huge upset in my opinion. He's sitting out to the finals of the trials now. I don't know what else there to say about it. What do you got?
I don't really have much to say. I mean,
how about that throw when Heflin landed on his head? I thought he might die. I mean, legit.
I mean, that was
really bad.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You got to give. Sometimes you just got to give it up. Like that was pretty sweet.
That was sweet. Absolutely. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is a weight class like where in the world, like who? I mean,
yeah.
Who's really going to compete there?
Do you have any inclination that Kyle Dake might go up? Is that a thing, or does he guarantee go down?
I think he's going down.
Like, I just don't know why he wouldn't went down this year. I mean, I could see why he wouldn't go up because him and David are pretty close. Maybe he wouldn't go up, and maybe he's holding the cards close to the vest, and he said, "I'm 100-0 against David Taylor."
Yeah, I mean, I've got some. Yeah.
You got insight?
No, I don't have. I have some thoughts, but
okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I mean, but I mean, you've got to think like you've beaten David Taylor every single time you've wrestled him. In every meaningful match in college and on the senior level.
Yes.
And Burroughs, you beat him once.
Yeah, that's it.
But he also may be thinking like, hey, Burroughs is coming back to the field. I don't think that's the case. and he's rising.
I mean, Burroughs has came back to the field, absolutely, but he still finds ways to win every single time.
See, I don't think
What?
he's lost a step.
Oh, absolutely, Matt.
I don't think so.
Stop.
I think he's changed his style. I think
because he's had to.
I think he's adjusted. I think he's gotten better.
That's what winners do.
He's gotten better.
But he's changed.
Yeah.
He lost a step.
But it's better. I don't think he's lost a step. I really don't.
Go watch. Go watch. Watch 13. You forget. I was actually talking about this with a couple really
high-level
guys.
I'm doing, I'm trying to set you up to give you props in a week. It's like, you beat the fastest, most explosive man on the planet.
I was talking about this with two really high-level guys today, and they said we were all in agreement that Burroughs, while he is fast, what is so impressive about is not his speed, but his timing. Yeah. And I think
that single. Did you see that single? Where was it?
Yeah,
it was like that single. It was so
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's so instinctive. You can't wait for that to happen. You just go on instinct. Yeah. That's what makes his timing so amazing. Yes. Like, he's seen it before it's happening and already attacking.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, I think. I still don't think he's lost a step, but I think he's a better version of himself than the last time he wrestled Dake in some ways.
Interesting.
A little bit,
just a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea. Like, it's kind of head scratching. Like, why Dake didn't. Like,
it's mind blowing.
I don't know.
To me, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And people were talking injury, but I see him this weekend. He doesn't look injured at all. I saw him warming up.
No.
Nickel over Zilmer. Nickel looks great. I'm excited. I'm picking Jaden, but I'm excited for Jaden Bowe.
This is going to be talk about a contrast in styles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like it's a certainty, but the way that Nickel dominated he dominated. He tech forward. He killed.
He killed Machiavelli. He killed Zilmer.
Yes. And so I'm thinking that's the matchup we're going to see.
I think so.
And he looks like he's ready. He didn't look. I mean, he's a powerful guy. That's the thing. People keep talking like
Nickel.
Oh, Nickel's not that big.
No,
he's
Nickel's got some juice.
He's got some gas there, man.
Absolutely.
He's got some gas, and don't let his physique fool you. He is, I think, freak strong.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind he's freak strong.
Because Zilmer's he is strapped together, and he was just kind of bullying him.
Manhandling him.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, so Jaden's sitting out till Final X. Bo's sitting out trials finals. The rest of these guys will wrestle it out for a chance to go against Bo. I still don't think that's going to go very well for them.
No.
I don't know why 97 is not showing up here, so let's go to the bracket. Kyvan Gadsden shuts out. Oh my gosh, who did he shut out in the finals?
With the wrong weight, right?
Oh, that's who he shuts out. I forgot.
Ben Honus.
Ben Honus. That's your guy.
Yeah.
But man, Ben Honus and the other guy that snuck here, Danny Chade. And another one where like beats Ty Walls, beats Win Mahalik. I mean, I don't know. This is some of these guys. It's funny how they develop. And the one that I'm puzzled about, Austin Schaefer came in and won the Open last year.
And where's he at?
I have no idea. He disappeared.
He just dropped off the face of the earth.
Dropped off the face of the earth.
Where did he go? He was at Oklahoma.
Almost, and he went to Cornell.
He was at Cornell.
He went to Cornell.
Then he went to Oklahoma, or vice versa?
No, we wrestled Oklahoma State, and he went to Cornell. No, I don't know where he is.
And then I thought he went back to Oklahoma. I thought he went to Oklahoma, like OU, not OSU. OU.
Well, OU's got a decent freestyle program now.
That's the last I'd heard. I'd heard he was leaving Cornell.
Very interesting. So I don't know where he's at.
Gadsden.
Anyone else going to be out of this bracket? I mean, obviously Snyder's at Final X, but
I can't think of anybody outside of Kassar. But we haven't heard.
You think Kassar can make this weight class?
I mean,
but when he's go heavyweight?
No, I mean he's everybody's for all accounts he was 230, 235 during the season, so it's more likely than he goes down because, like, you can beat a lot of college guys that are big.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're beating Adam Kuhn
or Nick Wazowski.
Because
Wazowski's like, he's not huge,
but he's 260 now.
He's
right?
big.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yep.
People don't think he's as big as he is because they just presume he was in college wrestling around 230. I think the last part of his career
a little bigger, more. But now he's even bigger. He's like 260 now.
And he's solid too. I mean, it's good weight that he's got.
Last one, Adam Kuhn beats Tony Nelson. Kuhn looked good. Tony didn't get pushed out the one time, but he did the Yanni.
He got the leg. Yeah, he took a page out of Yanni's book with the leg push out on the line. Looked like he was dead rights. I mean, that was kind of the highlight of the match. I mean, outside that,
Kuhn had a couple good moves. I mean,
he did.
High singles
were looking good.
Yes.
It's looking like he was Nelson's a big dude. Nelson's one of the guys that kind of can match his height, and so it kind of negates his length. But Kuhn was kind of struggling on his finish.
Yeah, because at one time,
high singles, but struggling to finish.
Kuhn had that body lock, which is kind of his go-to position, and
he actually got pushed out.
It was weird the way Nelson dropped his weight to make Kuhn go backwards, and he stepped out. And then after he was out, he turned and put on his back, but it was already he's stepped out, so it was done.
Yeah, it didn't look like Kuhn was used to wrestling similar sizes, especially out of a body lock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to talk about this at all?
Well, we did kind of gloss over. We didn't gloss over. We just
didn't have time.
We didn't have time this morning to talk.
We talked about
women,
65 kg for an hour.
Some notable women performances.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things. I think the story for me watching the women's was the Hawkeye Wrestling program.
Yeah.
Had 3 women all capture titles.
Yes.
It was Kayla Miracle, who's recently signed with RUDIS. This is
Go RUDIS.
Third straight U.S. national title. So great job by Kayla. Allie Reagan looked like a buzzsaw.
Yep.
And then Fullis Molinari was their third titleist. So, I mean, people thought, I know a year ago when they saw all these women go to the Hawkeye Wrestling Club, there's a lot of head scratching going on because you didn't really associate Hawkeye Wrestling with women's wrestling, but it's proven very a great move by those guys. Mark Perry, obviously.
So is Mark Perry leading the charge there or what?
Yeah, Mark Perry's the Hawkeye Wrestling Club coaching the women. They look fantastic.
Mark Perry's really rough around the edges. I don't know why Mark Perry doesn't seem like the guy that's going to bring all the women in. So that kind of surprises me.
But
he's doing it.
He knows how to. He really knows how to
connect with the athletes.
And connect with the athletes.
Yeah.
I think he does a really, really good job with that.
Yeah. So Kayla Miracle crushed Desiree Zavala in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Kayla, she didn't even wrestle out of the first period. Not only did she tech everybody, she didn't even go out of the first period. I think she had a pin in the rest were techs. So very, very dominant by Kayla. I think we're gonna have an interview with Kayla coming up here hopefully in the next week or so.
The other weight that I thought was really good was the 50 kg. I know I watched I think it was the semis when Golston beat Aguero. That was a really good match.
That was really, really good. And that was an upset, right?
Was it? I don't know the rankings as well. So, but I know Victoria Anthony's had a lot of success. Whitney Condor obviously still the top of this weight class is really deep.
Really, really strong. And
and obviously sixth place Emily Shilson was
really
junior
impressive.
gold medalist last year.
What is she? 16, 17?
She's super young. I don't know. Bank on it.
There's a lot of juniors women.
Yep.
Not a lot, but a handful of junior women had a high level of success. Gracie Figueroa, right?
Jaden Laurent.
I
think it's still 2 years in juniors. Okay, Matt. So I have to get back to coach the juniors.
Okay.
That's at 5 o'clock. So when we talk again on Monday, you and I are going to cover junior semis, junior finals results. Some of those brackets, honestly, to me, are even more interesting than the seniors because it's like you're watching these guys come of age. You don't really know what a lot of them have, and now you're seeing them come of age.
A lot of these guys, it's like, I forgot about you a little bit. And really, it's just they're going through the growing pains of freshman year in college, a lot of these guys.
Tough.
And then especially being in the Big Ten or a major conference, you don't have the huge – I mean, we always talk about the guys, those true freshmen that come out and but most guys, they have to grow into wrestling. And so we forget these guys, and then they come back and wrestle their own age group in freestyle. It's like, oh – yeah, that guy's really, really good. Absolutely.
So, we're gonna fun. I mean, the semifinals both tonight. That'll be fun to watch. There's a lot of really awesome quarterfinals. So we'll talk about that, and then I think maybe we'll also do a preview of Beat the Streets, which is happening 9 days from now.
Which Monday's gonna be the time to do it, especially if we do an interview next week as well.
Yes.
So
awesome. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Even though it's kind of the middle of the day. Well, maybe not middle of the day for you. Middle of the day for us. Saturday night, you guys are all having a good time, and you came and tuned into us. Thank you, and we will talk to you on Monday.
All right.